Crashes in Dane County. The names of them have been released. One is John Olson from Partyville, who was killed in a crash in the village of Windsor. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital on Friday. Another was Stephen Hall from Stoughton. He was killed Friday in a crash in the town of Rutland. And we have also learned that James Pingle Jr. died December 19th after a crash in the town of Springfield. There was another man, Samuel Little, who died from being hit by a car on December 9th on